Welcome back, everybody. My name is Jug, and in this video I'm going to take the building that you saw from the trap video and the steps that you saw from my 30 tips and tricks. We're just going to put it all together and make an actual project out of it. The building is really just two separate buildings overlapping one another, but the steps is what is the real star here. And I want to focus on the steps. I want to put the light boxes in the steps, show you how to do that. And this whole video is just going to be about the steps, really. That's going to take up the majority of this video. With patch 7, we get a couple new crafting tables. So the sign that I put up on the front of the building, that is the old Possum sign. I put that there just to kind of go along with the whole brewing theme of the patch. We got some new lights, some new statues, all kinds of new items from the Atomic Shop I wanted to throw in here. And we're just going to decorate around the trail, kind of add some lighting fixtures around it. Now there's a lot of work that goes into making these steps. If you want to find out how I made them, stick around because I'm going to show you. Now in order to get these steps to stack, which I'm going to use the roofs for the steps, I got to start off with a foundation, snap a wall to that foundation, make it a doorway so I can remove the foundation, switch it to a wall, put a small wall underneath that wall, then place a roof on that small wall. Now I just need a small wall on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and look for, okay, I wanted the metal walls because they don't show through, but that's fine. We're just going to put that there, and I'll switch it here. So once you get rid of that roof, now that wall is stuck in place. You can get rid of it if you need to. And you could just snap a wall back to it, put a foundation on it. But I don't want to get rid of it. I want to keep it there. So I'm just dragging this foundation over. I'm going to try and drop it on that second line there in the wood. Now I'm going to use that as the bottom step, and then I just kind of jumped ahead here to show you two of these steps that are floating now. No, don't worry, I'm going to go through this and show you how I put these on here, but we got a lot of steps to cover, a lot of work in the steps. So I'm going to try to not skip any important details, but I'm also going to try and keep it swift, because otherwise we're going to end up with a 30-minute video. Some of you might actually like that, but I'm willing to bet most of you don't. I wanted to try these track lights out. I wasn't sure if I liked these track lights. Once I had them done, you can see in the final version in the intro there, I don't actually put those lights in. I take them out because they were way too bright. Maybe had I just put one or two in, I was trying to get them to shine on each step though. It was just far too much light. The light was bleeding out. I'm just dragging each one of these foundations up and then snapping them into place. I'm also moving them back by about 2 lines on this wood here. And then just kind of giving it a quick glance to make sure it's lined up. Then I'll go ahead and place my wall. Okay, so I'll just start it with a doorway. Much easier than switching it to a doorway. Once that doorway is there, I can then get rid of the foundation under it. So before you can place a small wall underneath this wall, you got to make sure that you switch the doorway back into a wall. Once that's switched back into a wall, you can now freely place one of these half walls. I keep calling them small walls, don't I? Now these campfires still work for roofs, but you know, I accidentally put this roof in. I need to go back and put a light on here. So let's go back, put that light in there. Now I can go back, put the roof back on. And then once that is in place, I will then place a campfire on top of that roof, just hanging over the edge of it just a little bit, just like that. And then I can go switch and put the roof right there. Now I can't get rid of any of this that's attached to the roof until I go put a half wall on the back side of that roof. See there? So gotta make sure I get that half wall back here. Once again, I'm taking this foundation, moving it over about to the right around where it's like on 2 lines there. See that? Once I get it moved over, I'll then pick it up and drag it up. About that high right there. You got to shimmy it around because when you pick it up or lift it, it's going to change how far away it is. I am kind of just trying to eyeball this a bit here, making sure that these steps look equal and proportionate. But those lights that you see there, I wasted a lot of time putting those lights in. And I did not like those lights once they were in. Like I said before, they're just way too washed out, way too bright. Likely my fault because I'm putting too many in. But let's go ahead and get one more step on here. Same process. I think this is going to be the last time I'm going to show that part to you. So, just in case you don't know, make sure you do put a foundation attached to this first foundation. That way you have something to go back to for your next step. I'm not really sure why the steel wall was not good enough for me there. I needed to have a brick wall, even though it's going to get deleted. It's okay. If you ever need to get rid of one of these roofs though, it's fine as long as you already have your the half wall behind it, because you can just put the campfire down and then snap the roof right back into place. So I'm going to jump ahead here a little bit. I'm finished with one side. This entire side's done, and it's not good enough. I take all those out because obviously you've already seen the intro, so you know that I need light boxes in here to make that happen. I didn't like those lights that I was doing down the center. These light boxes look much better. Now you got to remember, if you connect this wire to this conduit here, and you move the conduit, of course I've got it sitting on a rug, that line is going to break. You do not want that to break on you after you build this entire stairway. Make sure you go through, snap the wire, move the conduit, and then you can place your roof in. Now if I ever move that conduit again, that wire will stay. It will not break. And I can go ahead and go up to the next level. I'm going to place a light box. You notice that I'm trying to move it over away from the other one. That way it doesn't snap to that one. So I'm starting much further away than the edge. And then once I'm there, I just kind of get up to a higher position here, look down at it, and then snap the lights back into place. Then I can get rid of these other lights. Of course, you don't want to delete these lights. You're going to be using them again, so just store them. Now once I connect this light, once again, oh, don't remove that. There we go. Just move the conduit once. And don't forget about the campfire. The campfire is still important. Even though you have those walls back there to snap to, they're still going to be floating without that campfire touching it. So just keep moving the campfire up as you go. And every once in a while, make sure they're lined up. You want to just check them. These roofs all stacked up like this looks kind of visually appealing to me. I don't know why. But these have the light boxes all lined up. They're all connected. And I can freely move this conduit wherever I want now. And all of those wires will follow it. I don't have to worry about that breaking. You might not want to log out until you have this in the place you want to keep it, though. I can't guarantee that logging back in and then moving these carpets with these conduits on it is going to stick. I have had wires break that way. So do this all in one turn. Make sure that you get the light or the conduits where you want them, and then you can log out freely and not have to worry about those lines ever breaking on you. Again, see how I'm moving these light boxes out? I'm snapping them over to the side. That way when I pick it up, it doesn't try to auto snap to that one on the bottom level there. Then I just move it to the side just like that. And then bring them back. Once they're all back in place, I can take a roof and snap it to that last roof. Of course, you don't want to forget to put that wire in. I actually don't put the wire in here because I'm just trying to get it to fit. You might have trouble getting these to snap to the right roof. The only thing special about this building itself is that it's floating. It's just floating because it doesn't have a foundation under the doorway here. And it's just sitting above roofs. Now here's a better view of the side here with the foundations taken out. And you can see they're all connected to these conduits. I'm going to take those conduits and then place them underneath the steps. That way I can connect it to the generator inside. And in order to do that, I'm just going to take a switch. Here's a power pylon. You don't need a switched one. In fact, just anything would do. Make sure you give it a quick move, just a small movement, and then now you can pass it through this wall here. I'm just going to put it up in this corner and change that back to a wall. Let's go ahead and put this foundation in. Here's a quick clip of what it looks like before all the decorations. So I still got to do a lot of decorating. Let's go ahead and fill in a lot of this. I'm just going to go around the doors, put some bushes and things, some light posts, all that good stuff. There's something about the Vault-Tec bed that I like. I like it more than all of the other beds. I'm going to go ahead and put it indoors because obviously I don't want to be sleeping outside. But I'm going to save the outside area for most of the crafting tables. Let other people use them. I also tried the pickaxe sign on this statue. I think I like the old Possum better. Even though it's oval, it's not perfectly round. It doesn't actually match the symbol so well. It does look pretty good like that. Now this is something that really surprised me. These posts, obviously you could just stick them into the ground and then get rid of the post above it. But you could just stick these light boxes in them. Just connect them, even though the wires are red. And it kind of just serves two purposes. Not only do you have these posts that are lit, but you also have kind of a rope going up leading a trail. So if you approach the camp from the town, you're going to go up this hill and you'll see the sign. You'll follow this path of posts with lights stuck in it. And in the back patio area, you're going to have a whole brewing station. And indoors, I put some new lights from the Atomic Shop. What else? Let's see. We got the Kill, Laugh, Love sign. I love the light that comes off of this. And here's a new one. This poster here that starts your quests for the brewing. And a Deathclaw statue. This was brand new too. It was actually fairly cheap too. So I wanted to try another variation using the pickaxe. I liked it. It looked pretty good. But I also wanted to change the lights. And I liked the blue. The blue looked pretty good. The green didn't look so well in the light boxes. So do you like the blue lights? Do you like the orange lights? The old Possum sign or the pickaxe sign? Tell me in the comments below what you think is best. Let me know. I hope you liked the video. I'll see you next week.